I want to say something very, very important too. But first, watch this player in this
So
video.
in the 3rd minute of the Chelsea-Tottenham game, Bergvall was hit with a ball on the head and he suffered a concussion. If you notice, the medics were trying to check him out, asking him questions to know if he was good. He said he was good, but see that stagger. You can see that he was clearly groggy and dizzy, but he kept on insisting that he's fine. Now with concussion, he would have to leave the field. So the medics took him out of the field. You see Bergvall trying to show that he is good. The medics still trying to assess him, telling him that, bro, you're not good. But he's insisting, in fact, quarreling and just shoving the medics aside. And the medics in situations like this have very, very high standing to decide whether the player plays or not. But he still refuses. You know how player passion is and adrenaline. Frank comes in and asks the medic, can he play? And they say no, and they make a swap immediately.
And that condition is known as concussion. I know some of you might have heard it. Some of you watched the video and were wondering, why didn't they just allow him play? Maybe the player said he's fine. Hold up, let me tell you what concussion is all about. Concussion is a mild traumatic injury to the brain as a result of a hit to the brain. Anything that makes the brain shake violently or shake suddenly in that skull can cause or affect brain functioning. And when it happens to a player, medics will not want that player to continue because it can cause further brain damage. So what is usually done is when a player is hit, either a head injury from nodding the ball or a ball hitting the head or elbow to the head, medics come in to check the player. They ask the player a few questions like, which stadium are you in? What time of the day is it? Who scored the goal? Which team are you playing for? If the player is unable to answer some of these questions, then the player has suffered from concussion. If you come and examine the player as a medical person and the player is struggling to maintain their feet, they are groggy, they are staggering, they are disoriented, they are just confused or dazed for a few seconds or minutes, you do not want that player to continue. In fact, in the medical balance, if you are not sure the player's response, let the player sit out. The decision for a player to continue, as you saw in that video, lies solely with the medical team, not the player, not the coach. So even if the player says, oh, I am fine, if the medical person does not feel like the player is good to go, that player will be taken out. When the player is taken out, that player needs to undergo what we call the concussion protocol. Everything needs to be done to be sure that that player did not suffer further head injury or brain damage. The player is checked and examined over days, and the player can be out for as much as 6 days if the symptoms are not so serious. But if the player over the passing days has more disorientation, has more grogginess and headaches, eye pain and all the likes, the player can be out for as long as 12 days. And we saw that with a player like Wesley Fofana or Chelsea. So please, when you are hit in the head, that's not the time to form a giddy that you want to continue playing. You have to step aside so that you don't go and damage your brain in the future. If this video has helped you, share with a fellow football fan out there, and don't forget to like, comment, share, repost, and just put it out there.